everyone. I thought I would do a short tutorial on side crow. So I've done one on crow, Bakasana, and I thought I would do soft crow today. With side crow, this one did take me a little bit longer to learn, so I found it a lot easier to learn full crow before doing side crow. But I will go through stages and I will talk about how, so I learned how to do the pose. So once again, teach what you know, what you don't know, and feel free to obviously Google maybe how other teachers may teach this pose, because the more tips and ideas and information you get on doing a pose, the better for you and what works for your body, and you can just pull bits from other people to help you come into the pose. Okay, so just make sure that you are adequately warmed up. So I've been practicing for about half an hour, just doing some sun salutations and a little bit of a flow. So just make sure that you feel nice and warm, especially through your arms. Your arms are bearing a lot of the weight, and also your core, so nice and warm through your core. And the main thing, similar to our crow pose, is to engage your abdominal, upper and lower abdominal locks when you come into the pose, and make sure you are looking forward and not down. That's going to help you hold the pose. So let's start. Come into a toe balance pose. So you're balancing on the balls of your feet, and you're high up on the balls of your feet. And just come to the outer edge of your mat. And this is where you really need to start to engage your core, just to hold you up nice and upright. Bring your hands to prayer, Anjali Mudra, heart center. And then twist your right elbow over to the outside of your left knee. And then start to turn your torso, engaging the abdominals as you turn yourself around, so you're facing the other outer edge side of your mat. So you may just be here, okay? You may just be practicing holding here for maybe up to 15 to 20 breaths, and that's fine. Just work with whatever stage you're at. If you would like to come into the second stage, you start to bring your hands down to the mat. Fingertips probably just over the outer edge of your mat. Now, hands are about shoulder distance apart, just like our crow pose. And how I learned how to do this one initially was by balancing my body on both arms. So when we do come into full side crow, this arm is free and you're not balancing your body on it. However, if you are just learning, this is how I found it the easiest way to learn. We look forward, and still lots of engagement in your upper and lower abdominal locks. Bend down as if you're doing a chaturanga. This is where all those chaturangas that you do come in handy. Hug the left outside knee into the upper right tricep. Start to look forward, lean forward. Now your body is going to come to rest on your left upper arm and your right upper arm, okay? So your body weight will be, your thigh will be balancing there. So hug your elbow in, look forward, engage the core, and maybe just stay here. My toes are still on the ground, and then come back. And you can just work with coming forward and feeling the transfer of body weight come into the arms, fingers are splayed nice and wide, and come back. And if you'd like to go a little further, you look forward, eye gaze is down, butt forward. I keep saying that, I keep repeating it. Weight is starting to transfer into the arms, nice strong core, and maybe you lift the toes up off the mat and you hold for as long as you can. Just make sure there's no pain anywhere in your wrists or arms. Come down, and you may just want to practice that for a while until you get used to the pose, how it feels, and maybe get stronger through your practice. Just come back to center, come down into a thunderbolt pose. Roll your shoulders around, shake your arms out, twist from side to side. Take a few rounds of breath. And let's come into the next stage. Just make sure not to hold your breath with the pose, always breathing in and out through the nose, maybe even out through the mouth if you find it quite challenging and you need to release some heat, as are some of these arm balances can be challenging. Okay, so your hands are shoulder width apart, your fingers blade wide. Now at this stage, I'm not going to rest my body weight on both arms. So this arm, my left arm, is free. And you may just want to bring your hands out a little further. Right, so engage the core, look forward, lift the hips. So this is really important when we come into side crow. If you try to just come into a side crow from here without lifting the hips, you can't get any momentum with your feet to be able to lift them up off the mat. So lift your hips, look forward, hug the left knee into the right tricep, and then start to lift both legs up. Maybe extend one out, come back down. Have a little break. We'll do it once more. So you're high on the balls of your feet. Hands to prayer. Engage the core, lift up nice and tall through your spine, through the crown of your head. Nice strong twist. Hug the right elbow into the left outer edge of the knee. Hands come down, maybe shoulder width. You might need to play around with the distance, work with what works for your body. Look forward, lift the hips, engage the core, lift the legs, hold. Play around if you want to play around. And back down. And back to center. Hands to prayer. Yeah, other side. So you're going to find one side is stronger than the other. That's why I did it first on my right side, because that is a whole lot stronger than my left side. So by that I mean my right arm, actually no, other way around. This side is harder for me, so this is when my right arm is loose. Okay, let's just try that on the other side. Remember to work with whatever stage you're at. Hands to heart center, engage your core, twist. Hug the left elbow into the right knee, press it in nice and strong. Hands come down. This arm's loose if you're practicing full side crow. If not, you're hugging it in. Look forward. So see how I'm tilting my chin up rather than down. If you look down, you'll just fall down, not far to fall, but you'll still fall down. The whole point of this is to be able to balance. You need to have a nice strong drishti where you're focusing on a spot, maybe a meter or so in front. Lift the hips up, bend down as if you're going to do a mini chaturanga. Lift the feet up, hold, maybe flick the leg out, maybe bring it back, and come down. And back around, hands to heart center, lower down, take a few rounds of breath. Let the heart rate slow down. Any arm balance always tends to get the heart rate going. So you're using a lot of your body weight to try and hold a pose. Maybe circle your wrists around. Just be mindful of your hands and your wrists. If they do feel quite sensitive, feel free to take the time to do some wrist circles. Maybe stretch out one arm nice and long and bring the fingers back towards your face. Circle around a few times, shake your arms, do some nice circles with them. Twist from side to side, and you can do it all again if you like, or you can come into Shavasana.